Deep underground in an undisclosed location, this is Tread Comics presents the 1943 Batman serial. The Batman 1943 black and white 15-chapter theatrical serial from Columbia Pictures starred Lewis Wilson as Batman and Douglas Croft as his sidekick Robin. The serial is based on the DC comic character Batman, who first appeared in Detective Comics issue number 27 in May of 1939. The villain is an original character named Dr. Daka, a secret agent of the Japanese Imperial government, played by Carrol Naish. Rounding out the cast are Shirley Patterson as Linda Page, Bruce Wayne's love interest, and William Austin as Alfred, the Wayne Manor butler. The serial storyline involves the Batman, a secret U.S. government agent, attempting to defeat the sabotage schemes of Japanese agent Daka, operating in Gotham City at the height of World War II. Serving Daka are his traitorous American henchmen. Batman is notable for being the first appearance on film of Batman and for debuting serial story details that quickly became permanent parts of the Batman comics mythos. The Batcave and its secret entrance through a grandfather clock inside Wayne Manor. The serial also changed the course of how Alfred Pennyworth's physical appearance was depicted in Batman stories. At the time Batman was released in theaters, Alfred was a portly gentleman in the comics. Subsequently, issues suddenly portrayed Alfred as a trim and sporting a thin mustache, following actor William Austin's portrayal of the character. The serial was a commercial success, and in 1949, 4 years after World War II, spawned another Columbia chapter serial entitled Batman and Robin. The entire first Batman serial was re-released theatrically in 1965 as an evening with Batman and Robin and proved very popular. Some theaters showed the chapters as Saturday matinees. Its success inspired the live-action comedy Lampoon series Batman from 1966, starring Adam West and Burt Ward. The plot sees the Batman, Bruce Wayne, played by Lewis Wilson, and his ward, Robin, Dick Grayson, played by Douglas Croft, secret government agents following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, becoming aware of a Japanese sabotage ring operating in Gotham City. Bruce's girlfriend, Linda Page, played by Shirley Patterson, asks for his help in finding her uncle, Martin Warren, played by Gus Glassmere, who was abducted by the ring after he was released from prison. Dr. Tito Daka, the Japanese leader of the ring, plans to steal the city's radium supply to power his invention, a handheld ray gun that can dissolve anything hit by its powerful beam. He forces from Warren the location of the vault where the radium is stored. Daka sends his American henchmen along with a zombie that he controls via microphone and an electronic brain implant to steal the precious metal. Batman discovers the plot and eventually defeats the gang after a terrific battle. In his secret Batcave, the Batman interrogates one of Daka's henchmen, who reveals that the radium was to have been taken away to the House of the Open Door, located in the mostly deserted Little Tokyo section of Gotham City. Batman and Robin infiltrate the gang's lair, hidden inside a still-open business, a funhouse ride. There they find Linda bound and gagged and unconscious. After she is rescued by the dynamic duo, Dr. Daka transforms her Uncle Warren into a zombie and plots the derailment of a heavy-laden supply train. Once again, Dr. Daka's sabotage efforts are stopped by Batman and Robin. Traps and counter-traps follow with breathtaking rapidity in the chapters that follow, as the dynamic duo continue to thwart the plans of the Japanese agent and his henchmen. When Dr. Daka attempts to steal America's victory plans, the Batman and Robin finally prevail. They oversee the capture of Daka's men and finally the destruction of the Japanese agent as he tries to escape but falls to his death through his own trap door into a pit of hungry crocodiles. The Batman 1943 serial was made at the height of World War II and, like numerous works of popular American fiction at the time, contains anti-Axis power sentiments, in this case anti-Japanese ethnic slurs and comments. Like any other contemporary serials of its time, the Batman also suffered from a low budget. No attempt was made to create the Batmobiles, so a black 1939 Cadillac Series 61 convertible was used, chauffeured by Alfred, when Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson were either in their civilian or alter ego identities. It is driven top up when it is in the Batmobile and top down when it is in Bruce Wayne's car. While many serials made changes as part of their adaptation, to the extent that they were often improved upon out of recognition, Batman fared better than most and changes were minor. In this serial, special utility belts were worn but never used. The villain was not taken from the comic stories, and there was no Batmobile per se, and Batman was a secret agent of the government instead of an independent crime-fighting vigilante. This last change was due to the time period's film censors, who would not allow the hero to be seen taking the law into his own hands. And
I am Dr. Daka, humble servant of His Majesty Hirohito. By divine destiny, my country shall destroy the democratic forces of evil in the United States to make way for the new order. And the page, step up to him. Slap his face. Step back.
Why, you devil.